Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? It is MessYourself here. As you can straight away tell, I am in my new setup, alright? It is not finished just yet, alright? As you can hear, you know, it sounds a bit shitty, alright? And I am currently standing, okay? Oh, look at me, I'm standing while recording now, okay? But yeah, at the moment, I am in my new setup, alright? And I am working on setting everything up, okay? Anyway, guys, in today's video, we are going to be reacting to some more animations, okay? And we're going to be checking out no one other than Llama Arts, okay? Because Halloween is approaching, alright? So I thought, you know, it would be a good chance to go back to Llama Arts and check out some animations which I haven't watched before. If you guys didn't know, I made tons of videos on Llama Arts and I absolutely love their channel, alright? So if you haven't already, please do me a massive favor and go down in the description, subscribe to Llama Arts, okay? I would appreciate it so much. I love this series because, you know, I'm showing you guys, you know, a cool channel which, you know, you should check out, you know, send a little bit of help their way, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I put it like that, but I'm pretty much just watching their videos because I'm a big fan. So the first spooky animation we are going to be watching is called Trick or Treat Stories Animated, okay? So I'm guessing something scary happened. All these guys were trick-or-treating, all right? And Halloween is approaching, okay? Oh my goodness, I'm so scared. Let's watch it. All right, Trick or Treat. Oh my goodness, it's so bloody scary. Trick or treat!
It was Halloween night of 2007, freshman year in high school.
Okay.
And I was with my friends, Ivan, Ryan, and Jesse.
Did they all dress up?
We were all dressed as the Super Mario characters. I was Luigi since I was the second tallest. Ivan was Mario since he's short and buff. Not that Mario was buff.
Yeah, not that Mario was buff, you know, no homo to Mario, you know what I'm saying? What kind of weird thing to say, you know? Does he not want to compliment his friend for being buff?
Jesse was Waluigi because he's freakishly tall and skinny.
Makes sense.
And Ryan was Wario because he's just really fat.
Aw, we've all got that fat friend, okay? Wow, I wanna be Waluigi, wow!
He's just really fat. So they were the perfect group costumes for us.
Yeah, perfect.
We live in a very non-congested suburban neighborhood with a decent amount of space in between houses.
Okay.
On Halloween, that's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Less bang for your buck.
Yeah, without walking around on Halloween, alright? Just go out and buy candy, alright? Oh yeah, I realize, you know, you guys don't have money. You can't just do that. Oh yeah. Stupid dumb kids, alright? Can't buy their own candy. Seriously though, if you're a kid watching this video, you know, please don't stop watching me, alright? You're paying for me to live right now.
Less bang for your buck.
Less bang for your buck.
We were trick-or-treating for hours, way past dark, and eventually came the time when most trick-or-treaters were heading home.
Aww. Yeah.
My feet started to hurt, and I had to constantly switch arms for holding the now 10-pound pillow sack of candy. But we planned on going until our bags were completely full.
How much candy do you need?
A lot of the houses by now weren't answering anymore.
Yeah,
it was
just
probably
go home.
past their cutoff time for giving candy to trick-or-treaters.
Just go home.
Approaching our next house, we saw a purple bucket on the stoop, which was the best feeling ever. I was the one to get close enough to realize it was empty, which was the worst feeling ever.
Don't trust it.
I turned around when I heard a knock at the window of the house. We all looked at the window. Couldn't see anyone, but heard someone call out, "Wait."
Wait! Who's this guy? Hello?
The door opened and an older man, late 40s, already balding, stepped outside.
Boss man? Which
He
one?
told us to come inside so he can get us some more candy. I said we could just wait out here.
Yeah, we'll wait here. Okay.
He responded saying something along the lines of, "Nonsense, come on in, we'll get you your candy."
No. Oh, it's a guy! Oh, I just saw eyes! I just saw eyes! See, this is how they get you guys. This is how you get you. Some bald ass man comes and opens the door and is like, come inside, come get some candy. I'm like, shut up, you old man, okay? I've already got candy. I ain't stepping in your house, you dirty ass bald ass man.
I said we could just wait out here.
We'll just wait here.
He responded saying something along the lines of, "Nonsense, come on in, we'll get you your candy."
No, don't trust him.
Ivan stepped in and said, "It's alright.
It's alright.
Come on, Dan, let's go."
Yeah, just go.
I told the guy to take care and apologized. He just stood there watching as we walked off, not saying anything.
They didn't go in.
I felt bad, but at the same time, that guy seemed like a creeper.
Yeah, good.
And I figured I just dodged a bullet not going in there.
Good, you didn't go in.
If the story ended there, it wouldn't be scary. So of course, it didn't end there.
What do you mean it doesn't bloody end there, huh?
We skipped a few of the guys' neighboring houses just to get further away and continued on with our business.
Okay.
We were walking down close to the nature preserve now, so there weren't many houses around us. At this point, we were now walking back closer to Jesse's house.
Waluigi?
I noticed Ryan had stopped walking, and I turned around to see what's up.
Wario?
He said he heard someone moving from behind the trees in the preserve.
Oh no.
Now this was before everyone's phones had flashlights, so we couldn't just go searching in the woods for someone. Besides, we were just telling Ryan that it must have been a raccoon or something. You may think this is a bit of a cliche, but when things like this happen in real life, you always assume the more logical possibility.
It's true.
It's just natural.
It's
Why
true.
would we assume we were being followed?
Why would I be followed?
I had to put my arm around Ryan's shoulder and nudge him forward.
Wario, okay.
A little ways down the street, me and Ivan picked up on the sound as well.
Can you hear it?
When we all stopped, the sounds of the footsteps from beyond the trees stopped as well. Ivan yelled at the obvious stalker to go away, or we would beat the shit out of them.
Go away, I'll beat the shit out of you!
I knew he was just bluffing though. I could hear the nervousness in his voice. The snap of a twig from beyond the trees triggered a fight-or-flight response in all of us.
Oh my god.
Me, Jesse, and Ryan all ran for it.
Oh no!
Ivan was at first charging to attack, but he quickly followed after realizing we had all taken off.
Run!
We ran down the dark street, and we all noticed the sounds of at least 2 or 3 pairs of footsteps crushing the twigs and leaves in the woods.
No!
We banked it hard right down Jesse Street when it finally came up, and ran straight for his backyard, entering his house through the back door.
Okay, so they got home, okay.
The first thing we did was peek out through his living room window.
No one's there?
We couldn't see anyone.
Ooh.
We all had to gather our thoughts and discuss what the hell just went down in his living room. And all of a sudden, we heard Jesse's backyard gate slam shut.
Oh my
Jesse
god.
dove to turn off the lights.
Is he in the house?
There was a click and a bang from down in the den.
No.
It was more than likely Jesse's back door.
They followed him in the house.
We all agreed to go down armed with knives and face them.
Oh my god.
Jesse turned on his back door light.
Oh my god.
But there was nobody out there. Just then the front door opened, and we all screamed like animals. Jesse's mom and sisters came rushing downstairs. They had just gotten home from their friend's little house party. We all rested assured knowing it was just them.
Wait,
Jesse explained what happened, but made it seem a lot less dramatic. Me and Ivan went home after that and called it a night.
So...
At 12:30 a.m., I got a disturbing text message. It was from Jesse. It said, "It wasn't my mom."
It wasn't my mom?
I texted back saying, "What?"
What?
He responded back quickly, saying, "It wasn't my mom in the backyard." My fingers slammed the buttons on my phone, responding back, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
There was a long pause before he finally told me that his mom and sisters said they never went in the backyard. I told him to immediately check the backyard from his upper deck. He had already done just that. He also told his mom everything, and she had already called the police. They didn't find anyone back there, but Jesse did mention the guy who invited us in while trick-or-treating.
Yeah, go check out his house!
Nothing ever became of that, and nothing ever happened at Jesse's house again after that one Halloween night.
Okay! Happy Halloween! Jeez, okay. You know what? That story was kind of scary, actually, okay? Because imagine that you're going out trick-or-treating. It's funny because after watching this video, I really would love to like animate my own horror stories because it kind of reminds me of the time where I went out on trick-or-treating and I like nearly got mugged and like these guys in masks all like basically like charged and tried to like attack me and I was running for my life and I was thinking, you know, like, man, I would love if I could animate that story and me voice it. You know, maybe I should do something like that in the future. You know, I could talk to an animator and do something like that. But yeah, that's kind of scary. You guys need to be careful on Halloween. I actually heard that crime, you know, goes up on Halloween because of how many kids there are, you know, and how crazy shit is. So yeah, you guys need to be careful. Alright, the next animation that we are going to be watching is just called Scary True Horror Stories Animated. Alright, so it's a random horror story. Alright, let's listen to it. Alright, Scary True horror stories. It's bloody true. Alright, it bloody happened. Alright, it's bloody true.
I'm 27 years old.
Alright.
I live alone in a rural town in Virginia, about 2 blocks away from my parents.
Okay.
My parents are both in their 60s, and my mom has become a very worrisome woman in her old age.
Oh no!
Sometimes she walks over uninvited and lets herself in, since I had regrettably given her a key, which can get a bit annoying. Like if I would be out really late on weekends at a bar or with women, I would sometimes come home to my mom sitting in the living room waiting, worried sick. I know you may just think, oh my god, that's crazy, why not just put your foot down and tell her to stop? Well, because you don't know my mom. It's very hard to describe her, but she's the kind of worrisome, innocent little lady that you just can't bring yourself to go against. And I hate to mention, she also has mild dementia.
Oh no, she has dementia too! Oh, that's so sad, you know, that's kind of relatable, alright? Because I love my mum, you know, and, you know, my mum is a very worrisome person like that, you know, that's so relatable, alright? God bless the worrisome mums, alright? They're the best.
Anyway, this was Saturday night.
Okay.
I think it was around 2 in the morning. I was at a nearby club with a group of college friends.
Okay.
Really the only place to hang out in this boring town. And I was getting ready to head home.
Alright.
I said goodbye to all my friends and walked the 3 blocks it took to get back to my house.
Alright.
I walked up my front stoop in my drunken haze and dug my hands in my pocket for my keys.
He's drunk.
When I grabbed the doorknob, I realized it was unlocked.
Oh.
My mom was here again.
Oh, his mum.
I quietly opened and shut the front door, locking it behind me.
Oh, okay.
I put my keys on the kitchen counter and found a note written in my mom's handwriting saying, "You forgot this at our house, next to the box of half-eaten cake my parents didn't want."
Oh.
I didn't see my mom anywhere, so I assumed she must have gone upstairs to sleep in the guest bed until I got back, which is something she would commonly do as well.
Alright, so your mom's at
Then
home.
I heard footsteps upstairs, confirming it, and that's when I sighed once again. 27 years old, almost 3 in the morning, and she still has to wait up and treat me like a child.
I don't think that's his mum.
I ran upstairs to check the guest bed. Empty, along with all the bathrooms.
Oh no.
I was afraid Mom was having one of her episodes due to her condition, so I ran to the phone to call my
dementia.
dad. After 4 rings, my dad picked up in a groggy voice, asking what the hell is the matter. After I told him that I heard Mom wandering around upstairs in my house, there was a short pause, and then he said, "That's not possible, she's sleeping right next to me."
Oh no!
My mouth fell open as I turned my head to face the dark upstairs, and just barely by the light provided by the kitchen, I could see a head peering around from the corner at the top of the stairs, looking down at me. I screamed into the phone as I ran out the front door and down the street to my parents' house, explaining to my father on the way.
Oh my god!
About halfway there, my dad told me, "Alright, I'm gonna call the cops," and hung up.
Whoa!
I made it to my parents' house, where my mom was already waiting at the door, worried sick. My mom explained that she did come over to clean my kitchen a little bit and to bring over the cake they didn't want. 2 police cars pulled up in front of my parents' house, where they escorted me and my dad down the street to my house. 1 officer stayed outside with us, while 2 others went inside to investigate. It felt like 15 minutes before they came back outside and said it was clear. They checked the crawl space, the attic, everything. There was really nothing for me to report, other than the door was left unlocked and I saw the outline of a head upstairs before I ran for it.
Oh no!
Still, I didn't feel safe sleeping in there that night, so I went back to my parents' house. Me and my dad are certain that my mom simply forgot to lock the door when she left, as her memory has been getting worse over the past few months. My dad has been stopping her from coming over alone from now on, which makes me both sad but also relieved.
Yeah, because that's what you wanted.
Some nights, I still get paranoid that whoever was in my house that night never left and is still hiding in here somewhere.
Oh, hell no. Oh, the light! Oh no, and he's still sleeping? Okay, oh my goodness. Alright, now the scary thing about this is that it's someone in your house, you know, it's someone in your home, you know, like that would freak you out. You know, your home is like the place where you're safe, you know, the place where you can go to and feel like safe and secure. It's your home. But, you know, like when someone comes uninvited, you know, it just kind of messes with your head. Man, what a scary story is that? What a stupid old woman. She must have left the door open, and maybe some guy must have followed this old woman and was gonna attack her. Maybe. Oh no. Okay. All right. But Jesus Christ, that was a scary story. I don't like how scary these stories are. Mess yourself. Shut up, you dumb kids. All right. Watch my content. It's not even my content. It's someone else's. Alright, the next animation that we are going to be watching on this very spooky video is the scary true pool horror stories. Okay, so I'm guessing these dumbass kids went to a pool at night and something bloody scary happened to them. Scary, scary. It's very scary music. Okay, everyone getting in the very spooky mood. Alright.
It was approaching the end of summer, and my friends and I wanted to do some cool, mischievous things before going back to school.
Okay.
So, we had the genius idea one night to sneak into a nearby community pool.
Okay.
It was actually only a couple blocks away. It's right smack in the middle of a residential area. So instead of sitting on a main road or something, it actually just sat around a bunch of houses on a quiet road. During the hot day, the little parking lot would be full and the spot would be bustling.
But now...
At 1 in the morning, the place was of course dead.
Oh, that's scary.
There's obviously a big fence surrounding the whole front entrance, as well as a cage that gets closed up when the place closes.
Uh-oh.
So our best way was to get in through the side.
We
snuck into the backyard of a neighboring house and hopped the fence over to the pool. It was as easy as that.
Oh, alright, easy peasy.
4 of us took off our shirts and jumped into the pool. Which in retrospect wasn't smart, since any of the neighbors could have heard the splashes and just called the police.
Oh, you're right.
We were dumb high schoolers.
Oh, do you think someone heard them?
It was very dark within that whole enclosing.
No.
This pool had no lights, which is why it closed at sunset.
Okay.
James, Courtney, and Alyssa were on the other side of the pool, as I was just kind of doing my own thing at first, swimming around and getting my face wet.
Uh-oh. Careful.
I saw Alyssa get out of the pool shortly after and run away.
Why? Why'd she run away?
I swam over to see what was going on.
What happened?
She was just going to the water fountain, though.
Are you sure?
The 3 of us just bopped around in the water for a bit.
Okay.
And eventually, we heard Alyssa jump back into the pool from the other side.
Uh-oh. Is that her?
It was too dark to see much more than her black hair covering her face.
Oh no, that's not
Just
her.
then, we heard Alyssa playfully call something to us as she was walking back to the pool.
No, she's there!
The 3 of us in the pool looked at each other. I know they were doing the same thing as me, counting heads. There were 3 of us on this side of the pool, and here came Alyssa walking over to our side.
Uh-oh.
So who was that on the other side?
Who the shit is that? Is that an animal?
Alyssa got in, but the 3 of us were distracted, looking at the head bopping around the water across the pool.
Oh my god.
James said across the pool, "Who is that?"
Uh-oh.
Not even 2 seconds later, the head went underwater and disappeared from view.
No!
We took this time to whisper to each other, mostly things like, what should we do? What if that's security?
Oh no.
And should we run?
Yeah, run!
Suddenly I felt something grab my leg with force and tried pulling me down into the water.
No!
I kicked, splashed, and yelled for help. James came over to pull me out of the pool.
Pull him
while
out!
the girls were already running for it, screaming.
The girls didn't care!
It wasn't until I got to the stairs of the pool that the grip on my leg was released and I was free.
Whoa.
We hopped the same fence we climbed over to get in and ran all the way back to Alyssa's house.
Whoa.
I was convinced that whoever that was a security guard. That is, until they literally tried to pull me under the water.
Yeah, they were gonna kill you!
We don't know what to think. There are a few possibilities. Maybe it was just another kid messing with us. Maybe it was a security guard who went way too far. Or, most likely, it was a dangerous person who had ill intent.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. That's pretty scary. I mean, I think it was just a person maybe trying to mess with them because it was dark. Okay, I don't think it was someone that was going to actually kill him. You know, what are you realistically going to do in a pool? You know, like you're in a pool. Like you can't like move around and stab, you know, like the only thing you can really do is shoot someone, you know, or drown them, you know, anyway. And it's not that scary, alright? These guys went to a pool and they found someone else, alright? And someone else jumped in the pool. It's not a big deal. Alright, this next animation is quite short, but honestly, I think the shorter, the better on some of these animations, alright? This one is called Scary Vacation Stories, alright? So, something scary happened while on vacation. Oh my goodness, the time where you expect there's something least scary to happen, something bloody scary happens. Scary Vacation Stories. Ooh, bloody scary.
I was vacationing in the Bahamas when I was 14 with some family friends.
Alright.
My friend and I were getting some henna tattoos at the hotel, and there was this guy lingering around us.
Uh-oh.
But we didn't think much of it because a lot of people would stop to see what was going on.
Okay.
After mine was done, I told my friend and her mom I was gonna go back to the room to get ready for dinner.
Uh-oh.
There were two ways to the other side of the hotel. Either inside through a bunch of small stores, or outside along the pool.
Uh-oh.
I walked through the inside and got to the elevator, where I saw the guy who had been watching us already at the elevator.
Uh-oh. Watch out, be
We got on
careful.
together, and he gestured for me to choose my floor button first.
Uh-oh.
I clicked it, but he didn't choose another floor. Alarms start going off in my head. But what could I do? I was stuck in an elevator.
Oh, that's scary. Just trapped in an elevator with this guy. Oh no, he's gonna attack her. Oh no, oh no, oh no. No, there, he's coming closer. He's coming closer. Whoa.
The elevator stopped on my floor, and I
No.
started walking to my room.
Careful.
In this hotel, most of the rooms faced the ocean, so to the right in this hallway were just windows.
Uh-oh.
I was in the very last room on that floor,
Careful.
and I could see the guy following me about 10 feet behind.
No, 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 no.
About 2 doors from my
No,
room,
no,
he
no.
ran up and grabbed me. I kicked and screamed, and he dropped onto the floor.
Whoa, she got away.
I ran to the room and locked myself in. After talking with security and giving a description, they found the guy and found out that he had actually been following multiple younger women in the building.
No! No way! That's it! That's it! That's what happened! Whoa, man! Imagine if this guy caught this poor woman. Man, she dodged a bullet. Wow, yeah. You guys need to be careful. Oh my goodness, anyone could just be crazy. It's so scary. Okay, now let's watch our very last animation. If you haven't checked out Llama Arts already and subscribed to their channel, all right, now's a great time to. Let's now watch the Christmas Eve horror story, all right? Because Christmas is sort of coming up, right? You know, after, Halloween's over and everything, then Christmas is pretty much the next thing that happens, So yeah, let's just watch it. All right, a Christmas Eve horror story. Ooh, scary.
Last year on Christmas Eve, I was working late. I'm 23. I work in New York City and commute home every day on the train.
Okay.
Since I'm one of the younger ones in the office, I got stuck with one of the worst shifts.
Oh no!
So I wasn't able to get home until 5 o'clock.
He's working on Christmas Eve!
My family had already left a whole hour earlier to go to my cousin's house, so I had to drive alone.
Oh.
After having a quick snack before the half-hour drive, I got back in my car and put my cousin's address into my phone.
Okay.
Halfway through the drive, it started snowing.
Snowing now. So what scary is
I
going to
got
happen?
to my cousin's house around 6
So
o'clock.
go to the
It
Christmas.
was snowing heavily by this point, and I just made it in time to catch everyone starting dinner.
They're having dinner.
I brought all of my gifts inside and cheerfully
Everything
said
seems
hey to
okay?
everyone.
Merry Christmas,
I stayed until
everyone.
around 11 o'clock. The rest of my family left a little sooner.
Aw.
I stayed an extra half hour or so just to hang out before leaving myself.
Oh, okay.
By the time I was leaving, the ground had accumulated at least 2 feet of snow, and
Wow.
it wasn't even done snowing.
Wow.
The drive home was nightmarish. The roads were hardly even plowed, and I had to drive under 20 miles per hour on most roads.
Are they going to break down?
The roads were completely dead at this point, though.
He's gonna
Most
break
likely because
down.
everyone was smart enough to go home before the snow accumulated.
Oh.
Eventually, I turned onto a main road that I'm sure would usually be bustling, but at 11:15 on Christmas Eve night, there wasn't a single car or a single light
That's
in the
kind of
store.
scary.
It was a ghost town.
Oh,
But then I did notice the flashing taillights of one car.
He's broken
It was
down.
parked on the side of the road, and the smoke seeping out from its exhaust with the taillights giving it a
Oh,
red
he's
tint.
broken down.
As I got closer, I realized there was somebody next to the car waving their hand in the
Oh,
air.
he wants help.
I assumed something was wrong and they needed help. So, me being the good Samaritan,
It's Christmas, you gotta
I pulled
help.
up behind the car.
Oh,
When
no.
I opened my door, the guy approached me immediately, barely even giving me time to step out.
Hello?
He was an average-sized man, probably 5'10", 180 pounds.
Okay.
He spoke in a very demanding voice, asking me if I know anything about fixing an engine.
Oh.
I told him I didn't know much about cars. The guy responded very quickly to everything I said. He told me it's fine.
It's fine. And then
He went
walks
inside
off.
of his car for a second, popped open his trunk, came back out, and told me to just wait by the trunk for a second.
But what do you want? What does this guy want?
I had
just told
no
him it doesn't
idea
know
what he
anything.
wanted me to do. I was really confused.
I just told you I can't help.
He walked over to the front of his car, and I heard him open the hood.
Uh-oh.
I
be
couldn't
careful.
see anything he was doing since the trunk was blocking my view, and the
Be
loud wind of
careful.
the snowstorm overpowered any small noises he might have been making.
Uh-oh.
I put my hand on the back of the car and leaned my body in anticipation, when suddenly I heard 3 or 4 quick and aggressive footsteps in the snow behind me before I was pushed into the trunk.
No!
The man tried to close the trunk on me, but I kicked my feet up in resistance and held
No,
it
he got away!
I was able to overpower him and kick the trunk open completely.
Oh my god!
As I took advantage of the few seconds I had to get out of the trunk, I took out my keys.
Oh!
He tried to grab me now, and I dug my house key right into his neck.
What?
He fell to his knees and his scream echoed down the deserted street.
Oh!
I was in my car and halfway down the road before he could even get up from his knees.
He stabbed him!
A little further down,
God.
I called 911 and reported the guy. I came back in 10 minutes to find blue and red lights illuminating the windows of the deserted stores.
Whoa.
The
Did they
police
catch
held
him?
him until the ambulance arrived for him.
They got
I
him!
watched the whole thing, and nothing ever felt better in my
They
life.
got him!
I got home safely half an hour later and told my family everything.
Whoa!
I was still very shaken that Christmas, and this remains possibly the most horrific thing I've ever experienced.
Even more horrific than getting socks, because that's what you got. Wait, did this guy get in trouble because he just stabbed a man? He just stabbed a man in his neck. I know he was attacking him first, but did this guy get in trouble for stabbing him in the neck? Okay, let's not ask any questions, all right? He was happy this guy got away, man, but that's kind of scary, all right? Yeah, even on Christmas, people could be attacking you and starting pushing you in your car. Man, yeah, don't trust people, man. Always be very careful when you meet anyone. Jeez, that's all that I've learned from this dumb video. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the video there. Sorry about, like, the echo and, like, this room. I'm working on my setup, alright? It's gonna take a while for me to get it, like, the way that I like, okay? But either way, though, I hope you enjoyed this video. And, yeah, if you want me to do another video like this, then leave a like. Either way, though, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.